Ooni of Ife applauded Queen Naomi for a job well done. You know, Queen Naomi is such a lovely soul. It's just that these people, they don't want her around, and she left. It looks as if she's angry with them because there have been this news over and over again that the reason why the wives are not conceiving is because Queen Naomi left a cause. I don't think she left any cause, but the fact that she left there unhappy, heaven will always do something about it because she is a daughter of Zion, you know. And this issue of Queen Naomi did this, Queen Naomi did that, I don't think it's so. It's just that she's not happy and things are not moving well. Coupled with the fact that some of these women contributed in one way or the other, making her to leave her matrimonial home. So she's not happy. And for the fact she's not happy, she's a daughter of Zion. She's a special being. Heaven will always do something to show the people that have hurt her in one way or the other that, look, you have done something and you must pay for it. But that does not mean that she doesn't wish them well. She wished them well. Because if she doesn't wish them well, she wouldn't have been praying for Dr. Elizabeth. They just have it allegedly that she was seen with the king and Dr. Elizabeth, and they hold hands together, and she put her hands on Dr. Elizabeth's stomach and prayed for her for fruit of the womb. It is indeed a good thing. You know why? If truly that what they are saying, because some of them have gone to one place or the other, some say their prophets tell them, some say their babalawo tell them that Queen Naomi is the reason why they are not conceiving and all of that. If truly that is the case, and Dr. Elizabeth decides to go to her for prayers, and let me tell you, God made it clear that he will always honor the words of our mouths. And if that is the truth, and Queen Naomi have out of his her happiness for Dr. Elizabeth, prayed for Dr. Elizabeth, it simply means that very soon we are going to hear a good news on the part of Dr. Elizabeth, because Dr. Elizabeth have been nothing but good to Queen Naomi. And this is happening because she is one coming from a good home. I'm sure her parents raised her well. They advised her well. And the mother, I heard, is a very good advisor. Yes, so the mother is a very good advisor. But if you doubt it, use the life of Dr. Elizabeth to know that the mother to Dr. Elizabeth is a good one indeed, because she is advising her daughter right. Because ever since Dr. Elizabeth enters the palace, you have never for once heard that Dr. Elizabeth goes against the king's decision. You know? And knowing that Ooni of Ife being with Queen Naomi give the king all the happiness that he deserves, she started supporting it. This level that they are in today, Dr. Elizabeth have contributed at least 80% of it, because she have been the one pushing the king. Even when the king do some of the things in favor of this other wife, they said Dr. Elizabeth always frown at it, saying that, don't you know that this thing will affect your relationship with Queen Naomi? As a matter of fact, she have been playing a good role ever since she enters that palace. Even though Mariam thought that her coming into the palace is going to be disaster to Queen Naomi, because that's her aim of instigating the king to go for Dr. Elizabeth. You know, something that someone like Ashley, they don't like the fact that the king went to marry Dr. Elizabeth. That was why Ashley was not present. Ronke was there smiling and all of that, but they were not happy. Or maybe they were happy because they thought they are going to use her to achieve their aim of pushing Queen Naomi more far from the king. Not knowing that God have his own way of doing things. That the reason why God allowed the king to go and bring Dr. Elizabeth is for a reason, of which she is achieving that reason right now. Because whether you believe it or not, Dr. Elizabeth have been playing a great role in reuniting the king and Queen Naomi. And I am happy too that Queen Naomi appreciates that, because she understands and appreciates it. And that is why you'll always see that Dr. Elizabeth visited Queen Naomi, that they prayed together. Some time ago, we heard that they fixed 3 days fasting and prayers in Lekki Mansion, as in Queen Naomi, Dr. Elizabeth, and Queen Naomi family members. Before that Valentine's Day, we heard that they had a prayer in that Lekki Mansion before they celebrated the Valentine in the Lekki Mansion. And this is happening because Queen Naomi is such an accommodating somebody. And if you come to her in good faith, she will accommodate you. They said she hold Dr. Elizabeth and prayed for her. As in the kind of God, and I know that God is going to answer that prayer if it turn out to be true, because I will always remind you that these are all alleged information. We do not live in the palace, okay? So any gist that we're sharing with you here, they are all alleged. They are not for stand information. Always remember that. Anything you see on social media, believe it at your own peril. So guys, they said when the king saw this, that he was moved, he became emotional. You know, I just pray that God will change everything, that even if the king will marry so many wives, because according to what we are hearing, they said the palace requires more than one woman. Yes, because the duty is too much. It is too much. And that is why you hear the king say some time ago that the throne is not for one woman, but his heart is for one woman. But right now, it looks as if his heart is no longer for one woman, because it's like as the day passes by, he is growing to love Dr. Elizabeth too. And this Dr. Elizabeth, the reason why the king is showing more love and attention and affection to her is because she is displaying characters that merit that. It is on merit. Yes, because there's a way that when you treat a man, he will be falling deeply in love with you every day. But that is not to say that he is loving Dr. Elizabeth more than Queen Naomi. No. Queen Naomi's love for the king is something that no man, no power, no spirit can change. And coupled with the fact that Queen Naomi have the king's heir apparent to the throne. So there's nobody can replace that love. But what I'm trying to say here is that there's this good relationship between Queen Naomi and Dr. Elizabeth, and the king is happy about it. Because when you are married to so many women and they are happily living or happily coexisting, you will find peace. But when you marry all of them, the additional troubles here and there to each one another, you find out that you'll be restless. That peace will elude you. And this is something that Mariam Ronke and some of them are doing to the king, allegedly. I don't live there, always bear that in mind. So these are the kind of things, this is the kind of life they live that makes the king, that pisses the king off. You know, I believe if these other women are not there, let's say Dr. Elizabeth, Queen Naomi, or even Temitope, because a lot of people believe that Temitope loved the king, because ever since the king married her, we have not been hearing that she have been disobeying the king or challenging the king's decision. Although there was a time it looks as if she was supporting Mariam and Ronke them, but at a point she withdrew from them, and ever since then she has been having problems with them over the fact that they see her as a hypocrite or a backstabber. Anyway, guys, I want to remind you that these are all alleged information. Like I said, when I hear this news, I say it's indeed a good news, because we all want Dr. Elizabeth to carry her own baby in the palace. We don't want the situation whereby it is she's pregnant today. No. That is not the kind of pregnancy that we want for Dr. Elizabeth. And my prayer for her is that she is going to conceive and bear a child for the king soon. So guys, thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're yet to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. Bye for now.